Hello everybody, this is Alberto Kennedy, aka Grimoire. This video is going to be discussing the non-initiate or non-initiates and the Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Latin or Latino, Afro-Latino religions. This would be religions like Santeria, Vaudou or Voodoo, Palomeyombe, Candomblé, and all religions that are like these religions that I so named or similar. They have many names. Santuario in Brazil, they call Santeria Santuario, Candomblé, Vaudou, Voodoo, Santeria, all of them. And I have a lot of people that comment or want to connect with me and have questions regarding these religions. Now, let me first preface that I am an initiate. I was initiated in Santeria, but I am not a Santero, and I've never claimed to be a Santero. In Santeria, the religion, you are initiated into becoming a Santero. A Santero is a priest of Santeria. A Babalao is a high priest of Santeria. They call them Babalao or Babalocha. Women can be high priestesses, Ialochas of Santeria. And Santeras, a priestess of Santeria. So, and in Voodoo, there is the priest of Voodoo, which is a Hongan, or a Mambo, who is a priestess. Bokors are sorcerers of Voodoo. Less brightly lit, but not all the time. They just work in a different way. And they work with less civilized entities. Keep in mind, the Orishas are primal. The Loas are primal of Voodoo. The spirits, the ancestors, the elementals. Because these are elemental magics. These are elemental beings, you know, that walked the earth before the advent of humanity. There's a lot of people that want to practice Santeria. They want to practice Voodoo. When I was younger, when I was initiated, I had many people come to me and they said that they were practicing Santeria, but they started practicing Santeria by merging them with Greek gods, by merging them with other things. And I'm going like, whoa, hold on, slow your roll. You know, you can't just say you're practicing something and then change the whole ethnicity of the religion, change the dynamic of the religion without first knowing what it is you're practicing and who you're invoking. Stop it. No, that's rude. And there will be reprisals. Know the religion you're in. I saw that, and when I was initiated, I learned a great deal. You know, the person that initiated me was a bit dark, and we had a falling out. I mentioned that in my other video, one of my other videos. I was fortunate enough to be taught and helped through a difficult situation by a Babalao from Cuba. And he taught me the right way. He gave me more information that I ever thought that I could ever dream of. And I'm really I have a love for Santeria. I have a love for voodoo. I have a love for Palomeyombe because my experiences with these religions has enriched me so much, has taught me so much, and has helped me to help other people and to understand my abilities. Remember, before I was initiated, I'm a third generation curandero slash brujo. Curandero, healer. Brujo, witch. They do other things. Um, um, they battle black magic. They're capable of black magic, but they choose to battle it. Some brujos don't. Some brujos engage in dark arts and whatnot. Um, been there, done that. I use my abilities for brighter purposes. But I was born in it. You know, I'm a natural witch. And a natural psychic medium. So I've always had a connection with the dead. My abilities and my affinity for magic just amplifies it. I bring this to you because there's people who want to get into the religion, um, and that's fine. I'm not saying don't this. I'm not. Do what do you, but do it intelligently, respectfully. You know, these beings merit more than a modicum of respect. Um, and so here's some tips. And I wrote this down quickly because I felt the need to share this with you guys. Research Santeria, research voodoo, research Palomeyombe before you get into it. You know, it's always good to know, read as much as you can, and acquire as much knowledge as possible about the religion. Its roots in Africa. You know, um, that way you can develop a proper connection with these religions if you so choose to embark on a journey in them, you know. Um, Reach out to a practitioner of the religion that you feel an affinity for. If you feel a connection to Santeria, connect with a Santero or a Santera, you know. Uh, we live in an age of technology and internet. There's no, if you want to connect with somebody, you can, you know. And I would urge you to do that, to get knowledge from somebody who's in the religion. Understand that African and Latino or Caribbean roots of the religion. That's important. And respect those roots because that they are the foundation of these religions. And that cannot be erased and shouldn't be erased. Um, I would urge you to research the nature of the Loas of voodoo, the Orishas of Santeria, the Nkisi of Palomeyombe. Remember, these are living elemental entities. They're not just ideologies. They're not just. It's not just a mythology. They're not imaginary. These are real spiritual beings, and they're primal. They existed before humanity existed. They existed while the earth was being formed. These beings have been here. Okay? Um, and that's where I say it merits respect. If your intent is to dabble, don't. Walk away while you still can. If your intent is to make a commitment in these religions and connect with these entities, it's a lifetime thing. Don't be a one night stand witch or a one night stand practitioner. The Loas, the Nkisi, the Orishas won't stand for that. That's disrespectful. Um, I share this with you, and I'm going to conclude with a story, just to press upon you guys uh, the reality of these beings. When I was younger, um, one of my brother's friends asked my brother to if I would give him a reading. I had a bad feeling about it, but I love my brother, and I said, sure, why not? And I read his cards, it turned out that I saw. I'm going like, you don't want a reading. You want me to do a spell for you, and I know what you want, and I don't feel comfortable doing that. What he wanted me to do was a love spell because he was in the outs with his girlfriend, and he was just tremendously in love with her. I consulted with my spirits, with who I work with in Santeria. They put it to him real quick. They basically said, look, we'll help you get her back, but you need to start treating her right. You need to stop hitting her. You need to stop being abusive because right now things are not looking good for you. Karma's ready to, get in that behind of yours. So you need to understand what's going on. You can't treat her badly. That's not love. And the elemental of love in Africa, well, in Santeria, her name is Oshun. Very beautiful uh, energy that she possesses. Very, very, very just love, I mean, remember the first time you ever fell in love and that feeling like, oh my God, butterflies, and you felt your heart beats and just all the beauty, and that love makes you feel on the inside. That's what she is. Well, she was giving him an out. She said, I'll help you. But if you lay a hand on her in anger, again, I'm taking you. And there's nothing that can stop it. I let him know what she was saying. When I was speaking to him, it was kind of like her speaking to him. Kind of like channeling, which I don't really like doing. Gives me the creeps. But when they want to talk through, they're going to talk through. Okay. They coming at you. So they will use your body. Okay, so long story short, I did the spell for him. And a year or two later, they got divorced. He started beating her. A couple of years after the divorce, he passed away due to alcoholism. She didn't lie. The Loas, the Orishas, in this case Oshun is an Orisha, they work with both hands. They work with both hands, which means the right hand path and the left hand path. They are elementals. They're not to be trifled with. And I share this with you and this video with you, not to frighten people, because that's not what I'm about. I'm trying to give you the real deal. If Santeria, Voodoo, Palomayombe is your path, by all means, full steam ahead. But just do it intelligently, respectfully, research, connect with people in the religion, um, um, and do your due diligence. And know who you're rolling with. Because these beings are no joke. They are active. They are reactive. And as with all things, embark with respect in your heart and your mind. Pure intent is the best protection. Pure intent. If your intentions are pure, you're good. You're good to go. Just follow the rules. Um, these beings are still being sacrificed to. blood sacrifices. They're very well fed till this day. Um, so if a being, if you, let's say, feel that a being, an Orisha or Loa or an Nkisi from Palomayombe is reaching out to you, make sure that that being is actually a Loa, an Orisha, or a Nkisi. Make sure. Talk to a Babalao, talk to a Ialocha, a Santera, a Santero. Um, they don't run from light because they're elementals. They are light. And some of them are primal. Majority of them are primal. Majority of them are primal. Primal, indigenous. They predate civilization. They predate human civilization. Let's be real. They were here when the earth was forming. So they are going to be very, very primal. That's not a bad thing. That's nature. Unbridled nature. Untamed nature. And you need to be down with that if you want to be in these religions. You need to understand that these beings cannot be tamed, and they shouldn't be. But keep in mind that they are very well fed. They're active and reactive, and uh, they need to be respected if you're going to embark on a journey in these religions, and if you want to make these religions a part of your life. It's a lifetime commitment. It's not uh, uh, one night stand witch situation where you go, oh, just do this spell and light them candle. They be all right, then I forget about it. No, 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 no. That's not how they get down. You have to have respect. And if these entities are reaching out to you, and if in fact this entity, if they are the entities reaching out to you, that could be a past life situation. That does happen. I've seen it happen. That can be for a multitude of reasons, and you owe it to yourself to explore that. Um, I just share this with you because these religions are very important to me. They're sacred to me, and they're sacred to many others who practice this religions intensely. These beings will possess you. Now, I know you guys get scared. Hold on. This possession is a benign possession. It's not a malignant possession, so don't get scared. And Santeria, Voodoo, and Palomayombe, they have ceremonies. And when you hear the drums rolling, when you hear the singing and chanting, and when you just get into this trance, and next thing you know, your spirit and the elemental become one for that period of time, and they take over. And what they're doing is they're communing and they're blessing the participants of the ceremony with their presence. That's how powerful they are. And they deposit knowledge, they deposit power, they deposit blessings, they deposit energy within the person being possessed at that time. They say possession. It's like channeling, you know. Um, but benign possession is part of voodoo, part of Santeria. Like when I helped that guy, when I was talking, and all of a sudden I became, for that moment in time, Oshun, and she was laying down the law, saying, you can't be hitting, that's not love. That's not love, and that's disrespectful, and it's insulting to me, and I won't have it. It's, channeling is not like a full possession. It's, you're still there, but the being and you are one for that time. In Santerias, there are practitioners, when they are possessed, that being takes full control over the body it's writing. Okay, that's part of the religion. So understand these nuances, understand these things of the religion before you embark on opening doors that you may not be ready to open. And if you're not ready to open the door, you're damn sure not ready to close it. Again, I'm not trying to lecture you, no. I'm just saying be very careful, especially when you're dealing with these religions, the Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Latino religions, because these are active and reactive elemental beings, and they are not used to being disrespected by blink of an eye beings, which is us. We're a blink of an eye to them. They are eternal. And so we need to be mindful of that. That's all I'm saying. If it is your path, and if you feel that you need to embark on a journey into these religions, by all means, go for it. Just do it intelligently and with respect in your heart. I'm not trying to deter you, but I'm trying to kick down the actual factuals to you so you don't get hurt. Because these beings, they don't suffer fools. They don't suffer disrespect. They don't suffer these things lightly. Disrespecting an elemental can be deadly. So we be mindful of these religions, that they're powerful, they are beautiful, and they are very nature-based and very, just from my experience, very beautiful. Um, and just for full disclosure, um, my connection with these beings has been positive. I have not been to a tambor, which is in Santeria, a ceremony with drums and the music. It's so beautiful, right? Just so indigenous and so African. I haven't been to a voodoo ceremony. My connection with them has been always through my teachers, the Santero, and the Babalao, and through me working with them, invoking and feeding them. And it's always been positive. But I've always had major respect. And that's what I'm just trying to press upon you with this video. If you embark on these religions, have respect and know that it's a lifetime commitment, and it's not just for dabblers and not just for curiosity, or to play or messing around. It That's bad for your health. Remember, these beings are timeless. So what they can do when when they are being slighted or disrespected, or that's like an injury to them, and they'll have to respond in kind. And they're creative. So you know respect is key. Respect, pure intent, that's the best protection for you when you enter this world, the world of magic in general, and especially in Santeria and Voodoo and Palomayombe. I urge you again, last thing I'm going to say is contact somebody who is within the religion, and talk to them and connect with them. Read books. Read online. Knowledge is free, and knowledge is at the tip of your fingers. You can just look it up on Google. Research as much as you can, and be safe. Never be afraid. Be careful. And that's all I have for you today. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, I wasn't trying to be too against you guys. I wanted to give this message out there because they were telling me to bring it to you, and so I wanted to do that. And I just care about you guys, and I don't want to see you guys get hurt when you're just seeking knowledge, So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are safe. Okay, bringing light to dark places. Let's all do that. More videos coming soon. Thank you guys for coming to my channel and checking out my videos. It's much appreciated.